go. There we go. We are live. Finally.
Yeah.
Just had a massive catch up for about 3 hours.
Yeah. Just had a steak sandwich.
Steak sanger, shepherd's pie. We haven't seen each other in yonks.
Yeah, a really long time. I mean, I've seen you over the bar at the metro.
Yeah.
But
At the Medi, but we haven't had a good old chin wag for
yes.
a long time. Good to have you back in Adelaide.
It's good to be here. A lot of people think that I still live in New Zealand somehow, but that's fine. Yeah. That's cool. I get that my lifestyle is confusing for people.
You going to stick around for a bit?
Yes. I don't know. Maybe. Yes. Like a year. Let's say I'll stick around for like a year.
Yeah. Do some more work.
Yeah.
Study more.
Study.
Possibly do the garden next year.
Possibly
do a vintage.
That.
So there you go.
Possibly work a vintage. Yeah.
That's cool. And then because we talked about, well, should we get into what you do first so people understand
Who I am.
who you are, where you're going with it, and what you're up to. So what are you studying at the moment?
I'm studying to be an anthropologist, and I'm minoring in English literature.
Yeah. Undergrad.
Yeah. Doing an undergrad in my second year. Yeah, doing it all online.
That's online too, from Massey University from NZ.
Yeah, Massey Uni.
Leading the way in online uni.
They are. Yeah. They are number one for extramural studies.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. And cheaper too, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm considered a domestic student, so I just pay, fuck all.
Yeah.
Like $700 to study a paper.
That's wicked. And just tap into online lectures?
Yeah, it's all done through a website called Stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And obviously you can do anything too, yeah?
Yeah, to a degree. Like there are some courses where you have to have contact with the course, so you have to go back to New Zealand. You know, like if you're doing something with some sort of language studies, you'd have to go back and present and talk in that language. So you would have to go back.
Totally. It'd definitely be a prac side of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But with like exams, I can choose, and I have done for the past 2 years, is sit my exams here in Adelaide.
Right, okay. And that's cool with you being in Adelaide, you just have to have a New Zealand address here.
Yeah, just use my mum's address. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So anthropology is obviously a massive subject.
Yeah, it was pretty broad.
Yeah. Where are you going to take it?
I think Indigenous, like working with Indigenous cultures, that's where I'll take it. Yeah.
And Māoris in particular?
Yeah.
Back home in New Zealand?
Yeah, for sure. So third year studies, you get to do field work, which I will do back in New Zealand. Yeah.
What does it involve?
The field work?
Yeah, like where are you going to come up?
I'm not entirely sure what I want to base it around yet. I just know that it will help me learn more about my culture, because I can't really fathom going to work with other Indigenous cultures when I know fuck all about my own.
Totally. Sure. And the best thing too is you've got literature backing your anthropology as well. So it's pretty important.
Yeah. I think the ultimate goal is to be able to combine those two things. So be able to create awareness about certain aspects of Indigenous culture while also communicating that creatively.
Right. Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Are you going to go possibly next year? Go back home?
Yeah. So I am a part of two tribes back in New Zealand. One is called Ngāti Kahungunu, which is on the east coast, like the lower strip of the east coast of the North Island. And the other is Ngai Tuhoi, which is in the Urawetas, which is like central north of the North Island.
Okay.
So I want to go to Ngaituhoi and work with them.
Cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they don't know this yet, but
they've got it.
I've got like some connection, so hopefully they don't think that I'm some invader.
Well, you're not. You're part of the tribe.
Yeah, I am, but I've also got a real, now I have a thick Australian accent, so now they, my own family.
Still look like a Māori.
Yeah, totally. Māori, or sometimes people think that I'm just straight up Asian, so.
Sure. That'd be cool. That'd be exciting. Yeah, you're right. And so you probably spend about a year, possibly? Just depending on what happens.
I don't know, that's hard. It's hard because now I've created a life for myself in Australia, and I have a partner here who I love very much, and she has her family here, so I can't just
she's got her own thing going as well.
Detach myself from that.
For sure. Definitely. For sure. That's huge. Excuse me. Talk to me about the dude that you were telling me about before that is quite involved in New Zealand politics.
Tamaiti. Yeah. So he's this stocky little Māori man who, his whole face is just covered in his tamoko, which is traditional.
A tamoko is a full face, and moko is just a small.
No, tamoko is it can be anywhere on your body. A moko is a small section around the mouth, the lower part of the mouth and the chin area that women tend to get.
Oh, so it's more relative to women than men for the moko?
Yeah, for a moko, that's a feminine thing. And tamoko is to that.
Yeah.
Isn't just on the face, it can be if you want it to be, and I think because Tamaiti himself is so politically charged, he chose to put his own tamoko on his face, and that has a lot to, it can relate to his family, to his tribe, anything, his beliefs. That is what a tamoko is. I have one on my left shoulder, and it is just it's my family, pretty much. So I've got my mum, my two brothers, and my sister on that. And my dad.
Yeah, right.
Can't forget my dad.
Yeah. Do you get them designed relative to just your family, or is it you have a certain artwork that needs to be incorporated from your tribe as well when you're doing it, or do you just come up with?
No, it's not me at all. It's the artist, so it's all from. I got it done in Gisborne. And I got it done for my mother's birthday, which is pretty selfish and when you really think about it, because I didn't get her a present, I just got myself a tattoo. But it was for her. Yeah. So she is she's a core.
Sort of an indirect way of saying what I did for you.
I got a new tattoo, when I was speaking to the artist, and I think it generally happens like this with most people that get their tamokos, is they talk to the artist about who they are, what's happened in their past, what's most important to them, and they kind of work with that. And so while I was talking to this man, he just started kind of sketching on my skin with a felt tip pen, and he came up with this design, and before he started tattooing, he told me what everything meant, and the different colours that we use, absolutely everything.
So you kind of told, and you told your story. And then while you're telling your story, he's sketching. Right. And then he's telling you the relevance of colours and design stuff.
And because they're all koru patterns. Which
is, what's that for anyone listening?
They kind of derive from the fern plant. From the top of the fern plant, you get this offshoot, which is known as a kuru design, and that
spirals in on itself, doesn't it?
It's it looks like a wave, just a curly kind of wave, and Some are actually, like the plant itself, these offshoots are actually edible. They're known as like bush asparagus. Yeah,
really?
They do it in Japan too. They eat that. I'm not sure if you can do it here in Australia. You let me know.
Hey, I'm a Kiwi too.
I mean, like maybe if you went out and got the top of this bush asparagus and you could
I'm a landscaper, so I may come into contact with it.
And just eat it and just let me know whether or not you get poisoned.
Yeah.
And then,
if you don't hear from me, I got poisoned. If you do, it was alright. Steamed it was kind of nice.
Yeah. And at least you guys know as well that this is all Corrie's idea to eat the things.
Corrie.
So.
Yeah. If you don't hear from me again, if there's only ever 2 episodes,
that's
going out.
Peaked.
Yeah.
But in like on my own taumoko, I've got like the Corrie pattern in the shape of a hammerhead shark, and that's because I told the artist about my brother passing away, and so he included my brother into my taumoko in the shape of a hammerhead shark, and he said that was like the strength of my family, and that he, had this big strength, and he guided my family and will continue to guide my family, which is true.
Yeah, we just talked about it. I didn't know anything about your brother, which happened quite a while ago now. But we won't get into that here. But what we will get into, we talked about, and this is for all artists, all creatives that have it, that struggle getting their asses out of bed, getting their shit sorted, believing in themselves. We've all got issues, whether it's self-worth issues or just shit going on in your life. And we talked about how important it is for each of us to realise that we're all going through shit. Do you know what I mean? We talked about how we put our best foot forward, and you only see sort of the good shit on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. But we all have shit. We all need to just know this about each other, so we can support each other if stuff does come up.
Definitely. Like it is, it's that struggle with trying to be creative, but also feeling like you're not legitimate. Like you don't have these qualifications. You haven't so far succeeded massively in front of a huge audience of people that then believe that you are successful, and so it kind of I don't know. I feel
it's kind of odd because you're putting it. I mean, you as a screenplay writer as well. Would that be correct? And would I say it that way?
Not screenplay, no. I think I've just done like playwriting so far.
Yeah.
I would love to do screenplay work maybe in the future.
But with your play work, you've done these amazing plays, and people have loved them and just haven't stopped talking about them. And the work's been amazing, but there's still that little thing in the back of your head going, "Am I good enough?"
Yeah. Well, the first play that I ever wrote, I've only taken it as far as having a really good friend, Anto Del Santo, and I worked together with it. So I wrote the entire thing, and he's constantly helped me with his creative input, which has been really, really helpful. And he helped me create a few characters in this first play, and that is called The Estate. But I haven't taken it any further than having a reading of it done by some actors.
Yeah.
And that was 2 years ago. So it feels like it's just kind of fallen into nothing now. Yeah. And now it's just not a thing.
Yeah.
And
speaking of Anto Del Santo, I did message you. You didn't get back to me. Because he is a super creative dude.
Anto. Yeah, but I was hanging out with him last week, and we were talking about this too, and he did mention that you did message him, but he he does struggle through that as well, as to not feeling as though he has that worth.
Totally, and I get it too, because reaching out to people, even for the podcast, where I in my view, everyone's awesome and it's got these amazing talents, and I can see it for sure. But there's a lot of people that don't want to broadcast their talent because they don't think they're good enough.
Yeah.
But I can clearly see that. Anto's one of them, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
He is so bloody talented. So talented. So playful. And you know, like he doesn't just do illustrations. He often when I go out and I'm about to hang out with him, and like I'll go over to his house and pick him up, and he'll be like, "Can you just read this for me, please?" So I'll go through it, and like he has a huge collection of short stories, of like children's short stories, and they are so clever.
Yeah.
And he's got all these illustrations that he's done with him as well.
I've never seen him without his illustration book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He cruises around with his backpack.
Yeah, he makes it look cool. He makes it look normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pulling out an illustration.
Yeah. And just rolling with it. He could sit there for hours just by himself and full public, like not giving a shit. Just rolling with it. Yeah. You're coming on, bro. Even if Jordan has to join you. You're coming on. Yeah, cool. Alright, well, that's pretty much what we wanted to cover today. It's just what you're all about, what you're doing.
Yeah.
You working on anything at the moment?
No, I'm not, to be honest. I mean, I'm taking a fiction writing paper for uni. Because uni is just pretty much taken up all of my time, all of my, if I even have any, creative energy. So I have to write a couple of short stories. And I actually just started writing one today, which is pretty quirky. Cool. But hopefully it goes somewhere.
Yeah, no, what you're saying, and this is for a lot of creatives, this is the problem. Making money and trying to live, have a life, sort your shit out while doing uni. Trying to be creative at the same time. It's hard. Yeah, it's everyone's struggling with.
Yeah, it's just all about, even if you can manage that balance and your mentality gets in the way as well, it's just
totally
shit.
Yeah.
It's just a big bag of shit.
Yeah. You wake up, you get some news, you're in the wrong mood, you plan to do, all your creative work today, then all of a sudden you're in the wrong space. And then you can't move forward.
And then you don't do anything with your day.
And then you get fucked off with yourself. You're not doing anything.
Then you just watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah, right.
Which is great.
Is that what it's at the moment? Normally I'd point everyone to the direction of your Insta and Facebook and stuff. But
you can follow me on my private Instagram account. But it's probably really boring.
And it's pretty creepy unless Jordan's actually putting out some work.
Okay, I thought you...
Just some random dudes going, yeah, I'll follow Jordan.
Dudes?
Or girls, whatever, random people.
Right, I thought that you just said that my Instagram was creepy.
No, it is a little. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish you'd just stop posting pictures of yourself.
I'd rather you get out of my feed. No.
Wow.
That's all today, guys. Been kicking it with Corrie and Jordan. Thanks for hanging. See you soon.